So once you hit the age of 65, I think that it's necessary to begin planning for the inevitability of skilled custodial care at some point in your life. I think it's particularly necessary once you get to the age of 80. How many people come into the office and plan for custodial care? Almost no one. Generally what happens is that one of the children will come home for a summer vacation, see what's going on with mom and dad, and then bring them into the office at that point. My premise is that the earlier you start, the better, and that there should be Medicaid plans put in place for your estate plan while you're planning your estate when you're quite a lot younger than 80. To develop a comprehensive estate plan, including Medicaid aspects to that plan, so that eventually, when you do need skilled nursing care facilities available to you, you have a plan in place that will not result in you and your spouse becoming impoverished in providing for those facilities. So what are your long-term health care options? First of all, you can live with your family. For many of us, that's just not a viable way in which to conduct our lives. You can get home health care services. Some states will help pay for that. You can go into a retirement complex with in-house care. And the final alternative is that you can go into a nursing home. Essentially what we're talking about here in terms of Medicaid is that you will end up in a nursing home facility. So how do you pay for that? And the answer is the government doesn't owe you that payment facility. What you have to do is you have to pay for it yourself unless you qualify for Medicaid. So part of a Medicaid comprehensive plan says, okay, how do I do that? How do I provide for my family, leave an estate for my family, and yet qualify for Medicaid so I don't bankrupt myself and my family providing for my custodial care services? Pays for your custodial care. Medicare will not pay for your custodial care. Essentially, after you get to the point where you're transitioning from skilled nursing care to custodial care, Medicare may pay the first 20 days, they may pay up to 100 days, but they want to get you a decision as to whether or not you need skilled care or custodial care and to get you off the Medicare block as quickly as they can. So don't rely on Medicare to provide for it. That's not what it's there for. Second alternative, a number of my clients will come in and say, okay, how about the VA? They will pay for custodial care. No, the VA will not pay for custodial care. The VA will only pay for custodial care in the event that there's something that happened in your service history that necessitated the custodial care. Very few people are going to qualify for custodial care with the Veterans Administration. The Veterans Administration is getting out of that business as quickly as they can. Will your regular health insurance provide for it? Again, it's just like Medicare. They'll pay for skilled nursing care. They will not pay for custodial care. How about your long-term care insurance? Most people don't get it because it's too expensive to get it. So the government has tried for the last 20 years to incentivize people to get long-term care insurance. They've been wholly unsuccessful on it, but they still keep trying. How about the personal income of the family? At $10,000, $12,000 per month per person in a custodial care facility, the average rate of time that a family can afford to keep somebody in that facility is 6 months. So private pay for 6 months. Liquidating assets of the family and selling them off, you can do that. You can impoverish your spouse, you can impoverish yourself, and you can pay for your custodial care, but at some point in time you run out of money with that as well. And then the last thing is Medicaid. Now, there are ways in which to qualify for Medicaid as a part of your estate plan. The more time that you give me to do that, the better off you're going to be in terms of the preservation of your estate for your family.